Welcome friends, it is I, your host, and it's time for the Sunday vlog. In the background will be a Hearthstone arena, and it's going to be a two-parter. So spoilers in that this is not the end of it, there's going to be a second part to this thing. This week and the next week we get to see me doing arena runs, so you know it didn't end too quickly. And it was pretty interesting, I thought it was pretty good for vlog footage, so there you go with that. Let's see, let's go ahead and talk about things. Let's see here, first things first. Gotta talk about Smite, of course, first, and the first thing to talk about, of course, is Nemesis. So I covered this already with the patch notes and everything, that is, Nemesis was getting kills per minute at the rate of Assassins, and she's getting deaths per minute at the rate of Guardians, particularly Bacchus. So if you don't know what that means she was killing a lot and not dying very much. Also, her win ratings was through the roof. It was higher than any of the most recent gods. She was just killing it as far as wins go, getting kills and not dying. So because of that, they keep nerfing her. And we'll see what they're going to do with her, if they're going to keep nerfing her or not. Of course, there's a lot of complaints people are having about this or that. That she's an assassin with warrior stats, that she's not a warrior at all, that she just wrecks house. Some people still crying OP. I'm not crying OP. She's still pretty strong, but she has her weaknesses. But here's the thing about it and everything. In Arena, she is, she's still a powerhouse. She can wreck face. She can get 20 and 1 or 20 and none pretty well. I've seen it and I have almost done it. I got pretty close, but I wasn't able to do it. And she's just still rocks the house. Assault, I don't know. Domination, no one does Domination anymore because it's not a match anymore, unfortunately. So I don't know how she would do in Domination. But in Conquest, she's exclusively a jungler because her clear's not good enough for solo lane. You can still probably do her solo in lower levels, but she's really just a jungler right now. And she's still doing really well. She's still wrecking house. But right now, all she is a jungler. So I don't know what they're going to do about it because They nerfed her damage on her 1 and her 2, and then they nerfed the slow, because despite having not the best clear, she was still wrecking people pretty hard. Then they mess with the slow. She still wrecks people pretty hard, but she slows them a little bit less, so she can't do it as early, and she just doesn't have the best clear. But her basic attacks are amazing. So they tried to nerf the passive, but still she's still doing pretty good with the basic attacks, and she just wrecks so much face with that. She just needs to build items first. So the first part of the match, Nemesis ain't so great, but as the match goes on, Nemesis just gets stronger and stronger as she gets items. And so she becomes a powerhouse in that way. So I don't know if they have to nerf her basic attack and put other things up or what. But right now, Nemesis is still very strong, but how she's strong is a little bit different than she was earlier. They did add cooldown to her Retribution. When it comes to a single fight, like if you fight a fight and then you're away for a minute, then you come back and fight again, over and over again, she'll win. She will win. She has Retribution if you try to use a big move on her. She has her dash if you try to escape. She has her slow on you, and then she just beats you the crap to death with her her ultimate and her basic attacks. So she's really strong minute to minute. If you can get her in a prolonged fight, she does like anybody else. That's simple as that. But if you can get in, do a fight, then get the hell out, you will not die, or it will be really hard to kill. She still wrecks very well. I've seen it, and I've done it. And this is the thing about Nemesis. I said this last week. She's a hell of a lot of fun to play, but she's not fun to fight at all. And that's not good. But I don't know. I really like Nemesis, but I also, I understand the consequences of having Nemesis, and it's not good. Now, she can be worked around, but I will not go with the argument that you just make her draw her Retribution. You don't, no. It's like making Changa draw her leap, her escape ability, her survival. They don't do that until things get desperate or they get close to it. You don't draw that out. A smart player doesn't use it until they have to. And they still have dash as well to escape. You don't just draw it out. Now in the earlier levels, people are going to be using it incorrectly. That's going to happen. Yeah, sure. In the higher levels, that don't happen. That don't happen. You beat Changa in a prolonged fight. You beat Nemesis in a prolonged fight. You beat Geb in a prolonged fight. Anyone with these long sustainability things, or Nemesis gets the Retribution now, so heals her, you have to fight them for a while to beat them, which means you have to survive whatever they're doing to you and then kill them. That's how you beat them. You don't beat them in 2 seconds unless you can get everything done in 2 seconds. Poseidon can beat Nemesis if he can do the whole the Whirlpool Quacking combo and his wave and his what the hell's it called? His trident move. He can kill her with all of that if she doesn't see it coming, and someone else stunned her, pretty much. Or he uses the Fist of the Gods. Like, he can kill her in the time that she's stunned. But if she's not stunned, she will Retribution the Quacken, and he's going to pay for it. Anubis can kill her very quickly if he does it quick enough. If she survives the wrap plus grasping hands and the ultimate, the first half of the ultimate, and she's able to retribution the second part of that ultimate, then she's going to get away. But he's able to melt her before that mummification ends. She dies, of course. You have to stun lock her down and kill her. But if your stun isn't long enough, she will get out and she's going to get away. That's the thing about her. And that's the thing that makes her so damn annoying. But that's just how Nemesis is. It's just all about how quickly can you stun lock her. Stuns are her weakness. Stuns are everyone's weakness, obviously. Everyone's weakness is stuns. But stuns is the way to beat Nemesis at the start. But if you don't finish her in the time the stun ends, she's going to make you pay for it. That's how Nemesis is. Other things that were interesting to note is they put up the win rates, the usage and win rates for gods in the last 7 days in League. And we see Bastet is number 2 with quite a good amount of usage. Not a ton, not too little, but a good amount of usage. And she's the one I've gotten all but one of my wins with in League. And so I can attest to that. Bastet's pretty good. Bastet's weakness is the late game, though. Her cats become worthless. It's all about Bastet herself in the late game. Her cats are more for just slowing people down. So you try to win the fight way before the late game. Which is why I don't know what to do, because Bastet's my favorite jungler right now. And I need to move to another jungler because Bastet is not enough for the late game. If a fight goes to everyone's 20, Bastet ain't good enough for it unless I have the time to sell items and build her for basic attacks specifically. She falls off, because I build her cooldown then for power. Because cooldown the first half of the match just destroys everyone, because those cats are very effective. Second half, those cats are less effective. Number 1 was Amazon Cobb. He had like 55.67% win rate, and he had a lot of usage. Bastet was 54.79%, I believe. What I found interesting to see was that Zeus actually has quite a bit of usage. I thought he was going to be banned every single game. I thought we were going to see no usage in Zeus, but no, sometimes people actually let Zeus get used. And he has a 51% or 52% win rating. And we see that across the board. We had the lowest is like 44% with Thor, and he gets a ton of usage. And the highest was Amazon Cobb with 55.67 or 27. And he gets quite a bit of usage. I don't know who had the highest usage. I believe it was Thor with the highest usage, or maybe Agni, who surprisingly has a lot of usage despite getting banned a lot, and he had the second lowest win rating. He lost 45. He only has 45% win rating, I believe. That is not good. That's not good. Agni is a very popular god. He gets banned a lot, but he apparently isn't winning much. The one that bugs me is Aphrodite. She gets used very little, and her win is like what, 46%. She wins very little. She gets played very little, and she doesn't get buffed. She doesn't get anything. They haven't given her anything besides the reduction, which they gave everyone. Kronos also had a very low usage, but he was more, I believe, 49% or 50%. He was very into the middle. That was interesting to see that. It's just interesting the numbers for everyone. And we see Arachne, she has quite a lot of usage, but she's in like 46%, maybe 48%. I can't remember. I'm not looking at the image right now. Going off memory here. And then there's everyone all over the place. It's just interesting to see who gets used a lot and their win ratings and everything like that. We see Athena gets used a lot, Sobek gets used a lot, Ymir gets used a lot, Geb got used a lot, and Geb is, I believe, 3rd place in wins. That's not a surprise. Geb is very effective. And so just look at this number, you just go, alright, well, why the balls have they not freaking buffed Aphrodite? Why aren't they doing anything for her? I don't think Amazon Cobb needs a nerf because of these numbers, not at all. Amazon Cobb's very strong, he can handle a lane on his own. You will see soon enough how good Amazon Cobb is. Not by me, but by a teammate. I should tell that right now. Monday's video is either going to... Okay, Monday and Tuesday. One day is going to be Athena in Ranked, and the other day will be on her in Arena. I'm talking Ranked Conquest for Athena. And the Amazon Cobb there will be quite impressive. Well, I'm Athena. And I'm still learning to be Athena, but I did pretty well there. And On Her was a very interesting one. If you don't laugh at the On Her arena, I don't know what to do because I thought it was very funny, very entertaining, but we'll see about that. But Amazon Cobb's pretty good. He's a solid god. I don't think he's overpowered anyway. I think later down the line, when he's all itemed out and he's got his highs around him, he's very effective. He's very hard to deal with. The only way to beat Amazon Cobb is to, of course, stun lock him or just beat him faster than he beats you, really. But because of his speed he's got, he's very hard to catch and stuff like that. But I don't think Amazon Cobb is overpowered. I think he's pretty balanced. A lot of the gods are pretty balanced, I think. Certain gods are a little strong, certain gods are a little weak. But whether they get nerfed or buffed really gets affected by how much people play them and everything. And there's certain guys who get played so much by both sides that they never have a lot of wins or losses because they just get played so much. And we know who we're talking about. Oh, let's see here. Anything else Smite related? Well, Scylla may come out this week or the week after. I don't know. There'll probably be another balancing patch this week. It was only Nemesis last week, but we'll see about this week what happens here. And yeah, Smite streams and stuff like that, we'll probably see about 2 or 3 Smite streams through the week. And yeah, let's see here. Let's talk about personal, and then we'll talk about the channel itself. And there'll be a little bit more about Smite there, so if you don't care about the personal stuff, skip a couple minutes, and you'll probably get to the Smite stuff again. Talking about personal, though. Let's see here. So, I had job interviews. Job interview Monday, job interview Friday, probably another job interview sometime this week, which will affect things, but I don't know where. And, some of you know, I am a scientist. Straight up scientist with degrees and certificates and papers and stuff like that. I got all that stuff. I got all the street cred needed for science. And I've led a very random ass scientist life. I have done neuroscience. I have done animal testing for various diseases and stuff like that. I have done pulmonary research. I have done I actually don't know what the legality of how I keep telling people, but I've done chemical weapons defense work for the government. I don't actually know if I don't remember the legal stuff in what am I actually allowed to talk about with that subject. But I did research in that. I've done research in the deep sea, like the random crap that's down there that's really scary looking. I've done work on stuff like that. I've done so much dang random ass work, and some of it has saved lives, some of it has amounted to nothing. Some of it's just for knowledge and this and that. I've done a lot of random stuff. I am almost 30 and I've done so many random ass science things, but I've never stayed tied down to anything. I'm always bouncing around because I just like science itself. And if you saw my Twitter on Saturday morning, I kind of went nuts and just dumped a lot of conversation on it. I got a lot of words there. My 2 passions in life are science and gaming. And so I've been blessed with being able to do gaming lately while searching for work in science. And when I do get a job in science, it'll be 40 hours a week because that's how science is. And a little more time because, well, you got to do papers and stuff like that even when you're off the clock. But I will not allow it to completely stop me from doing what we're doing here with the channel because it's my other passion. My passions are science and gaming. I love video games and I love science. But I will not allow one to impede the other. That's definitely what it's going to be. But sacrifices will be made. I'll probably stream less. I might have to cut a video or 2. Hopefully not, but we'll see there. Because I'm getting closer to getting a job. As you know, I was laid off the weekend before Christmas, and that was devastating. I've been looking for work, and we have a chance of getting work here. I, right now, may get work in vaccine research for Pfizer. As you know, Pfizer's a big-ass company. They do, well, they make billions a year in medical stuff, and vaccine research is huge. That saves lives. I would love to do that. The other job is a science writer for pathology and dermatology lab, which is a growing company. They've been getting bigger and bigger every year, so it's another good opportunity. And that one is I'll be doing mostly the paperwork. I'll do some research, but most of the paperwork and just a hell of a lot of writing. And I have not written in a while, so I'm glad I have an opportunity to do that if I get to do that. So they're 2 very big opportunities. I don't know if I'm going to get either of them. I have my hopes up a little bit. I think I interviewed pretty well for both, but we'll see. And they're just both good opportunities to grow and become bigger in the scientist world. And yeah, the pathology and dermatology is skin cancer. That's their main focus, but they do work on other things. They work in prophylactics and stuff like that. But either one saves lives, of course. And they're both important jobs that someone's going to do out there. So whoever gets it, good for them, and may they do well. Hopefully I get one of them. We'll see. But science and gaming. If I was if I had a different skill set in life, if I was better at, I guess, programming and all the developer work in that, I would probably try to make an actual science game. Something that would make science and gaming interesting. Maybe medical game, whatever. It'd be like Surgeon Simulator, but not Surgeon Simulator. I don't know. I think I would try to make something that worked. I don't know. The concept of you can make a game out of anything is so true right now. We can see that. Surgeon Simulator, of course, makes a cartoonish way of it, but you saw Papers, Please, how they made a game out of being a border inspector. There's a game out of this, a game out of that. It all depends on how you present it and how well you make it and this and that. And if I had a different skill set, maybe I would have tried to do that in a different life. Making a game that was educational but actually worth a damn, like worth playing, but also good learning. I guess the best way to learn would be tangential learning anyway. But that would be very interesting to do. I don't know. But what am I really getting to? Well, I love science, I love gaming, and I'm not going to let one impede the other at any point. At some point, maybe I have to decide which one has the stronger focus, and I think I'm still far away from that point, luckily. But one allows the other in that making money as a scientist allows me to work on the channel and hopefully upgrade our software and hardware and stuff like that if I get a job, and that'd be great. Let's just do more things. And I could even buy AAA titles, and that'd be awesome. Being unemployed, I'm not able to do much. I'm able to do a lot with the channel, but I'm not able to, you know, be able to afford to do great ideas and plans and stuff besides what we come up with what we got. And then gaming. Doing gaming, it's a lot of fun. It's great. It's a great way to let off steam and this and that. And it just makes me a saner person for what science is, because science can be very depressing or just very heavy in different ways. Because I'm dealing with death. I'm dealing with life and death every day in the science stuff that I do. In the cancer stuff, it'll probably be a lot more closer to life and death because it's a more personal job where you will actually meet the test subjects that you will be working with, and you get to find out whether they get cancer or not. And that's not going to be a really fun conversation when you find out who does and who doesn't. For the vaccine one, it's more, you know what's on the line, but you don't actually meet the people you're trying to save. Vaccines are a general good thing for everybody, but you're not going to meet the people you're getting vaccinated. At least if you meet them, you have no idea they're going to get the vaccines. So those are very heavy subjects, and gaming helps me keep me sane, I guess is the way to put it. So both are just necessary, and both feed my soul in different ways. Both make me satisfied and happy. By day, I save lives. By night, I entertain them. That is the way I like to think about it, and that makes me very happy and satisfied. And right now, I'm not able to save lives right now. I'm only able to entertain, but I hope I am able to do both once again in the future. Till then, we're having a lot of fun working on the stream and making all these channel projects and everything. But definitely once that science job comes in, I have to cut back on something. We will still play our hardest, work our hardest on this channel because that's what we believe in. We believe in giving you our all, giving you our best. We're not going to cut corners. That's just not going to happen. We're just going to have to do less, but give you as much of a punch with that less if we have to. That's how it's going to be. That's always how it will be. Let's see here. Alright, so we're at 19 minutes, so I better wrap this up. So channel stuff, we're working on the big project now, and oh my god, am I having fun with this. I'm loving this project. We're putting too much work into it, I'm sure. We're putting like maybe 10 to even more, 10 plus hours into what's going to be half an hour or less. That much work into this one episode, and it's going to be a series. So we got to figure out how to tighten up what we're doing and just how to do it better and stuff as quickly as possible so it doesn't become a big time use that doesn't have to be while still being really good. And that'll come with time, but the sooner we figure out the better, because oh my god, I love what we're doing with this. I really like it. I am always proud of the things we do. I'm so proud of Confessions. That has been quite a hit with everyone, and we're enjoying making those, and we're constantly making more and more and seeing when we'll do them, where they'll fit and stuff like that. And this new project's I can't wait. I can't wait for y'all to see it. Some of you will love it, some of you will not. And yeah, we just keep doing different things. And if you see Papers, I don't know if Vlog comes up first, the Papers comes up first, but the Papers episode today was awesome. It was awesome to make. I am so glad we've been working on Papers for months now, and this episode comes up. It's just, oh god, I'm glad we're still doing that series. It's just so damn funny to do. I'm glad. But, I guess I should wrap it up. Oh, I need feedback. I'm finally getting around to making us actually have a profile on Twitch. So we're going to put, like, information about the channel, how we have a YouTube channel for Lost Scarf, and then Scarf Plays will hold our LP uploads and stuff like that. And I don't know if I want to put specs, because my comp's not that special. It's a good compy. It's not that great. I don't think anyone will care about the specs of my compy. I'll put the donation button, because everyone has a donation button. Just put that there, and just put other information there that should be there. Also putting a solid schedule. The solid schedule for now is Tuesday and Fridays. We're darn sure have them. Sundays if we can. And we're going to try to, until I get a job, have a solid at least 3 or 4 days. We're guaranteed I'm going to stream on those days, and the other days may have surprise streams. That's what we're going to do. As far as Strife goes, I need to do 6 more characters, and I can do the one-shot. So one-shot will be this Saturday or the Saturday after. I would like to get those done, so maybe I'll do the last Strife characters and then get that one-shot going, or maybe it'll be the week after. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about what I'm going to do with that, if I have the time and all that stuff. And, I guess that's it. Oh, also, if you have any suggestions for one-shots, go ahead and say them in the comments for this. Also, feedback on anything and everything. Anything you think we could do better. or just ideas you have, I guess. We always want to improve. That's how it is. You always want to improve. And after I get the Twitch stuff up, go ahead and give me feedback on that as well. I don't know when it's going to go up, but we definitely got to get around to doing that. And just making ourselves better and putting ourselves out there. One thing I need to work on is promotion and collaboration and networking. I am very weak on all three of those things, so I need to work on those. I have no idea how I'm going to work on those, but I got to work on those. And so those are things I know I'm lacking. I got to get better at. And so we will, and I'll probably talk about that more next week because there's still more thoughts to put out there, but we're already over 20 minutes, so that's enough of me talking. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for commenting, for liking, disliking, everything. I always say this. Thank you for every interaction you make. This is a lot of fun to do, and I'm glad that people are enjoying it with us. I really am. And also thanks to Jinx for everything she does. For all the editing work, for all the ideas she has, for the writing she does with me. So many things. Thank you to Jinx. We're a great team, and I'm glad we're doing this channel together. And that is everything. For now. So that is the vlog. I had fun. Hope you had fun listening. And that's what's all about, isn't it? Having fun. Thanks for coming by, and see you next time.
Well played.
Thank you. Whoops.
I must safeguard the land. Bring it on. For the wilds. Behold the might of Stormwind! Feel nature's wrath. For the wilds.
What to do? What to do?
I feel icky.
We have many secrets.
Well played.
Well played.
Malfurion versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Nature will rise against you. My greetings.
Matey.
Job's done. My greetings.
Job's done.
For the crusade!
Job's done.
Your magic shall not save me.
Job's done.
Squire, attend me.
Ready, sir.
Pandaria will be
For the wild. What to do? For the wild.
Where shall I strike?
something up?
For the wilds.
I must safeguard the land.
The gates are open.
Mind if I roll me?
For the wilds.
Job's done. Job's done.
You call that a win? I've got a huge gun. Don't mess with Tusker.
Well played.
Give me a quest. For the king. For honor.
A natural mistake. Well played.